but is dumped at the line of scrimmage, and it brings up second down and 10 as we'll take another look at Wolfpain Barber if we can see some of the statistics that this young man has had throughout this 1988 campaign. If so, there you see, pretty ominous stuff, huh?
6.6 yards per rush, and that's one thing scouts love to look at.
Those 22, now 23 touchdowns lead the San Gabriel Valley. Left side, fullback takes it, no, option by Jimenez, and a sea of blue comes up to take him down at the line of scrimmage. You name them, they were there defensively for the Knights.
It looked like the first man there was Danny Ibarra, but that's because the pitch man was covered. You can see Robert Kwan out here almost with his hand in Barber's hip pocket, like you're not going to get the pitch, 23.
And it looks like for the Knights, Rob Hoyt slowed him down, and the rest of the defense surged on him. Now third down and 10, 7:30 to go, third quarter, 10-10 tie. At stake, the Mission Valley League title, to name one thing. Jimenez looking to pass, rush coming on. Jimenez breaks out of one tackle. Jimenez breaks out of the next, and finally taking a ride down for about a 2-yard gain. Anthony Aon doing the honors, and it now brings up fourth down as the Knights take him down on third down and long.
Not a bad little scramble by Jimenez to get away from Pleistade, but then Aon, showing some pretty good speed, catches him from behind, wraps him up for a loss.
6:54 to go, third quarter, and it's now 4th and 9 for Rosemead. So the Knights squeak out of this one after the fake that didn't go through for Arroyo, and Rosemead has their hands on the football one more time. A low punt coming up, driving McClellan back, no fair catch indicated, takes it at the 5 and dumped at the 12. Signs of sprinkling heading down towards us here, and that might change the complexion of the television cast here.
Not to mention the game, but I think McClellan might think twice next time. He could have probably let that thing go into the end zone. As it is, the Knights have it at the 11-yard line, and we'll see what kind of offensive tricks they have up their sleeve this time.
6:26 to go, third quarter, and once again the game is tied at 10. As they have it inside their own 15-yard line. 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Reyna on the rollout, looking over. Rush coming up. Reyna has running room, fakes the pass, escapes a tackle, but flags all the way down to the 20-yard line, and it's going to be, let's see, no guesses on this part. We'll wait for Brad.
Well, it was against the defense because it was thrown as Gomez was going downfield. He was probably held or hit outside of that 5-yard zone, and I think the indication was holding against Rosemead, a defensive holding penalty, which will carry with it an automatic first down, and another Panther penalty, which gives the Knights a break.
Now a slight mist heading over here at the stadium, and
that's just due. Don't worry about it.
They'll take it to the 20-yard line.
That's the California dew, as they call it.
The California dew is scaring the dew out of a lot of these people. They're taking off, heading for the hills.
I'm just trying to, trying to be optimistic here.
Now they break out. Now 2 wide receivers to the left side. 6:01 to go.
But I'm glad I brought the umbrella.
In the third quarter. Fullback takes it and slammed down, but escaping that and taking up to about the 31-yard line is McClellan. And Reyna, as you can see, signaling over to the coach to find out exactly what's next.
McClellan with one of his patented squirt ahead for as many inches as you can get carries, and those inches add up to a 4-yard gain.
5:31 to go. In the third quarter, 10-10 tie. Backs are split. Wide receivers, a duo on the left side. Play action. Pitch over to the left side to the fullback. Slips at the 27-yard line. That's McClellan taking a step down. And 5:14 showing on the clock. And it looks like a 3rd down and 5 coming up for Arroyo.
You saw Kwan just literally fall, and I was walking around on the field tonight about 5:30. There are certain spots where there's no turf at all, which I'm sure will show up on your screen. But for the most part, the footing was fairly firm. Now, if it keeps on raining like this, although it is just barely a mist at this point, you can bet the footing will get more and more treacherous and make the game more and more tougher to play.
And a little tougher to call. 3rd down and 6. for the Knights. Reyna rolling out to the left side, firing it on the run to Lopez. And he is knocked through his front door by Wolfpain Barber as he takes it well short of the first down to the 35-yard line. Now I know what that pain in the middle of his name is for.
Oh, good job, Dave. And that hurts just looking at it.
That's rodeo stuff there, just riding him down. Big hit put on by Wolfpain Barber. Now 4th down and 2 for the Knights as Pena comes into the game to punt.
And you don't fake punts twice.
Not an organized ball anyway. As Wolfpain Barber stands at his own 31-yard line. Pena misses it, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, we'll say.
Look at him lining it up. You can see the official at the bottom of the screen with his hand up. He'll tell you where it's going to be.
The 37-yard line.
Punt of 4 yards. Big break for Rosemead. Was it the wet football? I don't think so. I think he looked up on it.
Sometimes you miss, and that's what happens. Rosemead, second time in a row, has the ball in great field position to start off another drive here in the 3rd quarter. 3:49 to go in the 3rd quarter, 10-10 tie once again. Barber. And he'll take it to the 33-yard line. And coming up, Dominic Jimenez off the pile, along with for Arroyo. Darren McClellan makes the stop for the Knights, and it brings up 2nd down and about 8 make that 2nd and about 6 for the Panthers.
And McClellan was dragged all those 4 yards. He met Barber at the line of scrimmage and just got dragged on his back all the way.
Now 3:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Backside of the I formation. Option by Jimenez. And finally caged out and escapes and slips upward and gets a few yards as he'll get the first down to the 22-yard line. Making the stop, Davalos, but we see one of the reasons why he's a very dangerous option quarterback.
Yeah, and in essence, the Knights almost over-pursued there. They went so far to their left to make sure they couldn't get outside. It gave Jimenez a chance to come back against the grain, and he did a good job of it.
Wide receiver to the left side for Rosemead is Espinoza. 2:51 to go. Give inside, fumble, and a broken play. Nearly breaks the backs of the Panthers as they almost lost it. 26-yard line is where they'll recover it, and it'll bring up 3rd down and very long for Rosemead, but they really escaped havoc there with the quarterback pouncing on the football.
Rosemead coaches are upset, and they're wondering why the Knights weren't called for a piling on. You might remember back earlier in the game, McClellan fielded a snap from center that was dribbled back to him, and the Panthers were nailed for a personal foul. That time, didn't happen.
2:16 to go now. 2nd down and 14. Pitch, give inside of the fullback, breaking it loose and has ample room as he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. And Rosemead moves out ahead, 16-10, off of the heroics of Larry Gutierrez, the fullback, as they completely faked the play to the left side, came back over the middle, off to the left, and there you see it.
Again, an over bit of pursuit by the Knights. They took that pitch fake to Barber.
And Lumaquid does the honors as he rumbles in for the tie-breaking score. At 2:03 of the 3rd quarter, it is now Rosemead 16 and the Arroyo Knights 10 as Contreras for the extra point attempt. And once again, it's straight through. As they take time to readjust here, 2:03 to go in this 3rd quarter. The Rosemead Panthers move out ahead 17-10 in the Mission Valley League Championship game, live from B.L. Bergstrom District Stadium. David Arroyo's here along with Brad Prather, and we know you're enjoying tonight's game. It's been a good one, and the people that turned out for Rosemead starting to get together and get involved in this one. As for the Rosemead Panthers, they enjoy another lead, only the 2nd time that they've had the lead in this ball game.
That's a big play because now the Knights are going to wonder who's going to carry the ball next. The Panthers have set up Barber all night. He probably doesn't have as many yards as he usually gets in a game. But again, the decoy factor has the Knights guessing, and you saw how wide the near side of the field was.
You talk about the decoy factor. He's just as valuable as a decoy as he would be running the ball. You might credit him with that touchdown.
Oh, especially in a game like this.
Short kick coming up, fielded at the 15-yard line. Pena takes it to the 20, to the 25, and corralled inside to about the, well, we'll call it 24-yard line.
Lumaqued looked like a scared rabbit on that play. He didn't look like the big stud fullback that he is. He showed a lot of speed.
He did show a lot of that and determination to finally vault into the end zone.
6'1", 200-pounder.
Well, what's a champion made of? It's made of the ability to bounce back after you've been scored upon in a big game. And we'll take a look at the Arroyo Knights here on 1st and 10, a minute 36 to go in the third quarter. Lone back is the fullback, Darren McClellan. Two wide receivers to the right side, one to the left. Reyna laying it out over complete to McClellan to the 30. And finally dragged down to the 31-yard line. And let's see, Hernandez and Salazar making the stop for the Rosemead Panthers, as now it's time for the uniforms to get dirty in this part of the game.
McClellan was the only back, as David said, and look who wound up catching the ball. Again, we're seeing a lot of decoy stuff tonight. 4 wide receivers going out trying to preoccupy the secondary of Rosemead, and they just dump it off to McClellan for, well, 7-yard gain.
Now a minute, well, down to 55 seconds in the third quarter. Braxton to the right side. Reyna right behind him. Fullback, left side. And McClellan, with that extra effort, might have the first down for Arroyo. He just needed to stretch that 5'7" frame of his, if he's that tall, over, and he picked up the first down despite the strong effort of Luis Hernandez, the linebacker, to make the stop. And Arroyo picks up an important first down on this third quarter drive as the clock moves with 34 seconds to go.
You know, as we watch these two teams battling it out for an athletic championship, it's nice to note that both squads, entire squads, were academically eligible at the end of the quarter, which means they're doing something besides just knocking heads. They're butting heads with the books, too.
And they're winning on that end of the field also. Reyna on the rollout over the middle, and Pena is there for a completion. Pena, the middle of a sandwich, but he holds on to the football for a first down at the 42-yard line. And back in the backfield of Arroyo lies a yellow flag. And Brand, I didn't get the opportunity to see it.
If I'm going to make a guess, I'm going to call roughing the passer. Willie took a good rip after he threw this thing.
He looked
and
like,
what a catch between two defenders by Pena.
and Willie looked like he was under some pretty heavy pressure as he was about to let go of the football, but they negate that and they'll take the yardage, and it'll be a first down for the Knights at the Rosemead 42-yard line in a game that seems to be getting better as the time goes on.
Well, they wind up with a 23-yard gain on the pass as opposed to a 15-yard gain that they would have gotten on the penalty.
And that ends the third quarter of play. Why do I keep saying first? Well, the first quarter and the second half is the third quarter, we'll say.
Nah, you're just having too much fun.
And with that, if we can, gentlemen, a trivia question answer.
Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't work on that. Darn money.
Oh, well.
1, 2.
Once again, the trivia question was, how many titles has the Mission Valley League won in this decade, 1980? Name the schools and the year. Well, if we can, we'll give you that answer sometime between now and the end of the game. As we start off the fourth quarter here from B.L. Bergstrom District Stadium. 12 minutes to go in this ball game, in the last regular season game for many of these seniors. And right now, the Rosemead Panthers on top 17-10 in the game of the year here in 1988. First down and 10 for the Knights. Wide receiver to the left side, Lopez. Flanked inside is Herr. Wide to the right side is Braxton. Lone in the backfield, McClellan. Reyna takes a drop. Here comes the rush. Times it out over the left side, and it is intercepted and diving down to the 14-yard line as Nick Diaz, with the theft, picks up the football and takes it down to about the 19-yard line. One more time, if we can, take a look at a big turnover and the first of the ball game.
The idea here is to lob the ball high, let your receiver run under it, but just not enough distance. Pena was open. He was behind Diaz. The ball was about 3 yards short. That is the biggest defensive play of the night so far.
And Reyna took a big pop from one of the defenders as he was wailed upon in the attempt to throw the football. Barber, break it to the left side, and finally Well, only a 2-yard pickup, but very scary in doing that as McClellan, a running back in his own right, makes the stop. 11:22 to go in the game. It's 17-10. The team with the football has the lead.
No, there's like a couple of sumo wrestlers. They're both the same size and weight, and they're grappling and pushing and sweating. And you know how sometimes disgusting those two guys look when they do that? Finally, someone breaks out of it and looks like a champ, and that's just what we're going to get tonight.
Rosemead thus far has the big break in the ball game with that run by Lumaquid to break the tie left side, as that Barber might be, to the 25-yard line. And Arroyo comes up to make the stop, led by Chad Plastide. As they had a full house backfield on that one. Power I formation. And give to the right side. And who is that for Rosemead? Let's see, like number 24, Andy Garcia. Talking about being deceptive. Where did he come from?
I don't know. We haven't seen the power I from them all year, have we? Or did they run it against El Monte? They might have run it against El Monte.
Maybe just once. Here they'll take it for a first down. And then some. As it is moved across to about the 40, we'll call it 37-yard line. And that's just about where they're going to mark it. Call it the 38 to be precise. And with 10:21 to go in this game, 17-10 Rosemead with the football. And they'd like to control this as much as possible and wind up with a score. Right side, wide receiver for Rosemead is Ruben Espinoza. Give inside of the fullback. Lumaquid breaks it out of the open, and another first down by the Panthers. Make that Luis Alonso coming up as they just blasted a big hole, and Alonso came through with the first down.
That little pump fake by Jimenez, and look at what happens. Alonso, who ran a couple of plays ago, got a first down. On his second carry, misses a first down just by inches, and suddenly Rosemead has seized the momentum, and with 9:49 left, the Knights are really back on their heels.
17-10 score. 9:49 to go, and a 17-10 game as they measure for the first down.
They bring out the chains, and as they do so, you think about this past league season, all these games that have led down to these final two, and we mean, of course, this game tonight and tomorrow night's game, Mountain View against El Monte. And it's been quite a wind-up to quite a season. And the playoffs on the way. We hope to be covering for them as much as we possibly can, and we hope to be there with us. And here with the rest of this game again is Dave Arroyo.
Well, this is more than just a playoff preview. They've been playing at peak playoff level here tonight. Quick out over, and Espinoza takes it and breaks out of a tackle, and he'll pick up 5 yards as Martinez makes the stop. But Rosemead showing expertise in diversity here as they're completely mixing things up, and they have a big step on Arroyo so far in this fourth quarter.
Oh, and they're content to just chip away at the Knights defense. They don't need a big play right now. They just need to control the ball and let the clock run. The Knights are dying a slow death. They need a break of some kind.
9:15 to go in the game. And Rosemead has it. 2nd down and 7. Left side Barber. And they rack him up, but Barber determined and looks like he's going to pick up the first down. As he broke free from a tackle, Danny Ibarra finally making the stop. But Wolfpain Barber, just another one of the weapons that the Panthers have been using.
Watch it again. Now Barber has not been able to break free too much tonight. But the yards he's gotten have been very important yards. And just when the Knights think he's going to get the ball, the Panthers run some kind of play that fools the Knights because Barber does not get the ball.
Now brings up 3rd down and 1, and there's a timeout called. Yeah, the Arroyo Knights take time and will stop the clock as Don McKinnon or Coach Sines is out there to talk to the defense and to get them riled up as they, well, is that the answer to the trivia question?
That's a great hint.
Yep, the Sure Spartans in 1981, the Rosemead Panthers in 82, and the Knights in 86.
Oh, that's the hint. The answer comes up later.
Well, there it is, tonight's trivia answer. And can you name the teams that they played? That's another story.
In the finals?
Yeah.
Arroyo played Victor Valley. Is that right?
Yeah, they played Victorville at Victorville and sub-freezing.
There was no Valley there, but I thought there was. Sure played
believe they
Charter Oak?
They played a Catholic school. One of the Catholic
No, that's
schools.
not Charter Oak.
Either Verbum Day or one of the schools out in that league, in the Del Rey League. And Rosemead played Gary High to a 19-19 tie in '82.
They don't play those off.
You end up tied. Oh, they play a tiebreaker, but they didn't pass it. And Wolf Payne Barber nearly passed the line of scrimmage en route to picking up a first down nearly. Went the length of the field on that one. And 8:29 to go in the game. Dominic Jimenez made the stop, but now it's nervous time, as Chick would say here at the stadium.
This is the whole season, as far as Lee's concerned, on this drive. 8.5 minutes left. The Knights need the ball.
It's the first time we've seen the Knights on the run. Wolf Payne Barber, left side, breaks out of a tackle and continues with the first down, and then some. Ball is loose, and it is picked up by the blue and black as Wolf Payne Barber let the ball slip away in his attempt to pick up extra yardage. Has received a big hit, and the Knights pick up the football and will have a first down with 8:08 to go in the ball game. It's now a 17-10 score, but we'll take a look.
Try and see who strips the ball if we get a chance to see it. Who would have thought that the most reliable runner on the Rosemead offense would be the one to give the Knights another chance?
Plenty of time here, 7:54 to go in this ball game, and Rosemead turns it over to the Knights. Left side, Willie Reyna keeps it, breaks out of a tackle, flips it over to McClellan. He gets the first down and rumbles downfield as he crosses the 40 to the 47-yard line, and a first down for the Knights as the heroics of Willie Reyna held on to the football for the last possible second, and a hard run by the fullback.
Best option the Knights have run all night. 17-yard gain by McClellan. And now the Knights bench is the one that's fired up. They're turning toward the crowd and exulting them to cheer and yell as much as they can.
Now's the time for the team to hold their composure. They're in control of their own destiny, obviously. 1st and 10. Reyna set to pass over complete. Oh, Braxton was open, but the pass wasn't there. Intended for Braxton at the 36-yard line.
Gabriel Salazar, the man the Knights seem to want to go toward all night. Braxton was open. Pass was a little off to the left, and the Knights face 2nd and 10. And plenty of time left. They don't need to panic. They just need to get the thing going. And we might as well tell you folks, we're having some technical problems here, but we'll do our best. We're going to keep fighting through it.
Well, the problems are on our side, obviously. 7:15 to go in the ball game. Lone back is McClellan. 17-10 score. Reyna takes it up and escapes a tackle, but not the second. He was held on by Luis Hernandez, and the rest of the Rosemead Panthers come up to drop Reyna for a loss. Now it brings up 2nd down and long, or is it? Now it's 3rd and 12 for the Knights with 6:56 to go in the game as they trail by 7.
We're going to see what an important play this is going to be right now. 3rd and long. Have the Panthers done what they wanted to do? Have they forced the Knights to go to a different mode than what they've been used to all during league? Well, we thought we saw the Knights come back into their own with that 17-yard gain, but now they face another passing situation.
Wide receivers double on the left side. Braxton inside. Wide out to the left side. Martinez. Reyna rolling out to the left side. Vying for time. Over the middle, completed to Martinez down to the 41-yard line, and an Arroyo first down. Salazar, the defender, as they'll take another look at it. But a first down for the Knights on a very crucial 3rd down play.
Well, Salazar, the man again. The pass caught in front of him, and they gave a very kind spot. They gave all the forward progress that Martinez made, and the Knights got the first down because of that spot.
6:09 to go in the game. Rosemead up by 7, and Arroyo driving. Reyna sends to the air again, throws on the run, and tremendous pressure being put on. And for Rosemead, coming up to make that hit was Cabral one more time.
Makes Willie throw on his heel. Excuse me, Dave. Makes Willie throw going backwards, and that's why the pass didn't have too much on it.
He's been there, and he's been just as valuable defensively as Wolf Payne Barber has been offensively tonight. He's been the leader defensively, and so far he's been a difference in Arroyo scoring and being prevented. Now brings up 2nd and 10. 5:59 to go in the game. Reyna rolling out to the opposite side. Has a lot of running room up the middle and hit from behind. And Reyna escapes havoc and will get about a 2-yard gain as we see his head jolt off to the right side. And that could be a face mask call against Rosemead.
The flag is thrown by the umpire from the middle of the field, from the opposite side of the play. Watch Bob Hernandez let you know what happened.
And
big play, big penalty.
Thank you. That is a big, big penalty once again by the Rosemead Panthers, as we've seen them have that liability to self-destruct. And tonight is no exception as they go through each phase, and it couldn't have come at a worse time for the Panthers. They'll take it down and move it inside the Rosemead 25 to the 24-yard line. 5:47 to go in the game. Arroyo has it 1st and 10 from that point as they trail 17-10. In the Mission Valley League Championship game live on Cable 3. Reyna taking it to the air one more time. And Willie is decked down at the 37-yard line.
Incomplete pass is the call.
Oh boy.
They're going to say that Reyna's arm was going forward. The Knights do not lose any yardage. The ball will come back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 2nd and 10, and they are livid on that red sideline. They're going crazy.
This is the best pass rush that anyone has given the Arroyo Knights. And what they're doing is they're cutting off the valves for Reyna. He has nowhere to move. They just completely sandwich him and baffle him, and he has nowhere to run.
It's quite a different scene from what we've looked at all year, isn't it?
Usually he has a hole, but not tonight. He's been in one, actually. Now 2nd and 10. Reyna taking the drop, rolling out to the left side. Here comes that pressure once again, throwing on the run, and well incomplete, intended for Martinez. And Reyna has no time to set up and throw the football, as those gray jerseys are just predominant in the Arroyo Knight backfield.
Watch Rolando Cortez, number 62. Apparently left untouched, and as Reyna rolls to his left, it was Cortez that put on the pressure. Believe it or not, Anthony Gomez was all by his lonesome in the end zone, but there's no way Willie can throw it that far when he's under that kind of a rush.
5:20 to go in the game. Clock is stopped with the pass going out of bounds. 17-10, Rosemead has the lead. 3rd down and 10 for the Knights at their own 24-yard line. And with the mass confusion surrounding the Knights, they call a timeout. And a veteran of many of these, Don McKinnon, will take over and talk to his young Arroyo Knight team. So we've seen just about everything here tonight, and what more could you ask for? The game we anticipated last week has come to form, and Rosemead right now besting the Arroyo Knights 17-10.
And wouldn't it be interesting if history repeats itself? Now let's just pretend the Knights do score. Suddenly it's 17-16 Rosemead. Would the Knights go for 2 and kind of recreate the scene from last year when Rosemead had to go for 2 and lost 17-16? If they don't get close on these next couple of plays, look for Ibarra to come in and cut the lead to 4, and probably the Knights go for an onside kick. But that's all actually means nothing until we finally see what happens.
5:20 to go in the game. It's 17-10 Rosemead, and just about everything that you could ask for has been given to you tonight in this game. Just been an outstanding display of athletic ability on both sides, and we've seen some mistakes made, but that is part of the game, as both teams seem to be at peak level here in this season. And for what it's worth, both will be going into the playoffs next week. And for the opponents of these two teams, a friendly message of watch out.
Watch out is right.
Wide receivers to the left side, Braxton, and far to the right side is Danny Lopez. Wide to the right side is Martinez. Reyna trying to get some time in the backfield. Here comes the rush. Pass complete down to the 12-yard line. Wolfpain Barber with a tremendous hit, but holding on to the football, and the heroics of the wide receiver, Danny Lopez.
This is concentration at its best. He'll watch that ball all the way into his chest. You'll see his chin go down, and then he gets clobbered by Barber. But the key thing is he holds on to the football, and look at this, they're on the 10-yard line.
Barber has been a menacing force in the defensive backfield, just laying the hits high and low with immense power. But now the Knights have it in attacking position at the Rosemead about their 12-yard line. First down and 10 for Arroyo. Left side, Quan dives over to about the 9, about a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up a second down and about 7. 4:42 to go in the game. And who else to make the tackle but Candy Cabral of Rosemead?
That's the truth, David. You know something else about this game? Who would have thought that David Lumaquid, of all people, would be the guy that right now has the winning touchdown under his belt?
Wide receiver moving out to the right side is Braxton. Backs are split. And Willie Reyna setting his team up at the line of scrimmage. And Rosemead with 6 on the line of scrimmage. Quarterback option. Quan has it. Gets a block by McClellan. Quan trying to speed out upfield. And he's going to take it to about the 5 or 6 yard line. And there it's going to bring up third down and short for the Knights, as Gomez stayed at home defensively to make the stop. But Quan either showing fear or a good amount of speed and taking the ball on the right side.
Now Andy Garcia, number 24, comes up quickly, and McClellan gets a piece of him, but not enough that Quan had much running room, and that gave Gomez a good angle on the tackle.
Now Lopez comes in with the play, the wide receiver, number 80, as he'll split out now to the left side. Third down and 4 yards to go. They need to get to the 2. They're at the 6. 8 men on the line for Rosemead. Give left side of the fullback, and he is taken care of with authority down to the line of scrimmage. The Rosemead Panthers prevail on third down and 4. And now it brings up fourth down and 4 for the Knights. With 3:09 to go in the regular season, they find themselves down 17-10 as Falm, Rahim, and Kent Koffler, 2 names of very different distinctions, come up to make the stop.
Boy, what a climax to an outstanding ball game. We have 3:02 left. The Knights face 4th and 4, and a timeout called, and this is a pretty long walk for Don McKinnon. You have to wonder what he's going to say in there, and are the Knights going to go in for the 6? Are they going to decide to try for the field goal? No way. They're going to try and score.
A very confident Rosemead Panther defense. They're being driven upon, but yet they seem to hold their composure.
Boy, look at this Knights bench. This is something else.
They're getting these guys riled up here on the home side.
And number 40, I don't know if you can see him or not, that's Tony Garcia. He's a sophomore. He'll be back the next 2 years. But boy, what an enthusiastic young man. I've had the chance to meet him during the summer, and he's having the time of his life down there.
The return of the terrible towel?
Oh, no.
He'd make Lynn Swan happy. But with the timeout, 17-10 the score. 3:02 to go in the game. Arroyo threatening. Fourth down and 5. Things are building up here, like you say. But can they come alive here? They need to get down to about the 2-yard line for a first down.
If ever a season comes down to one play, friends, here it is. Get close to the screen. Don't miss any of it.
And they'll line it up now to the left side. No wide receivers. They have everyone in there. Everyone playing up tight. Look for a long count by Reyna. Long count by Willie. Option. Left side. McClellan breaks out of a tackle. And he's going to be swarmed down. And the Rosemead Panthers hold off the Arroyo Knights on fourth down and 5. As they trapped the fullback, he went left. Came right, as you saw. And finally surrounded and corralled as destiny might meet its doom at the 5-yard line.
The Knights had to go with what got them here, and it was the option play. Credit the Rosemead defense with an outstanding bit of coverage just when it looked like McClellan might have a little room.